In this week's video, I want to talk about why you should try to get as many no's as possible when you're getting started with your coaching business. And what I mean by no's is no's to working with you. And this may sound controversial because you're thinking, I don't want anyone to say no to me. I want everyone to say yes. And I had someone in my Facebook group ask me this question, and they were asking, how do you avoid the discouragement of getting a bunch of no's to working with you? And that is why I'm giving you this tip and exactly what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Why being okay with getting no's is so important and why it's actually an essential part of the process of being successful with your coaching business. So I've had a lot of experience with learning how to get good at sales. I have a background as a chiropractor and a functional medicine practitioner. I have no background in sales and marketing. And so when I was getting started with my business, I had to learn how to get good at sales and get good at sales as an introvert, because I'm definitely an introvert and I'm not someone that easily puts myself out there. And so I've walked a lot of other coaches through this process as well, like how to really get good at sales and do sales in a way that feels authentic and actually leads to people saying yes. But part of that process is getting okay with people saying no. So one of the things, number one, that you need to keep in mind is that you don't want to be afraid of getting no's. And that yes, getting a yes, I like to say it lives in the land of no. So if you're not willing to go to the land of no and get no's to working with you, then you will never get yeses, because yes lives in that land, okay? And it doesn't even matter how long you've been doing sales, how long you've been a coach, you're still gonna get no's. I still get no's. And the thing that happens is what you make that no mean. So a lot of times what happens is people will get no, or they'll get a couple of no's, and they make it mean something about them, that they can't be successful, it's never gonna work, they don't have something good to offer, whatever it is. Whereas no simply means no. And I like to think about it like, let's say you were going to buy an outfit and you try it on and you're like, no, I'm not going to buy this. Or you try it on and then you look at the price tag and you're like, no, I'm not going to buy this. Okay. Like, that doesn't mean that the outfit is crap or it's not good, it's not beautiful, whatever it is. It just means you said no. Okay. And so we want to get okay with getting the no and not making it mean something about you. You don't want to be taking it personally. It is business, right? It is not personal. And so you want to be able to make this distinction. So the second thing is, as a coach, you need practice with sales. So most of us are not born salesmen. A few of us are, but most of us are not, or saleswomen. And so we need practice and we need to build up those sales skills. So we need to learn how to do this most effectively. And this is a big part of what I really teach my clients when we work together is how to go through and be really effective on your sales calls. And I actually have another video on that, so I will link that video below this video. But you want to understand that people are going to have excuses and limiting beliefs. And you want to understand what these are for your ideal clients. So this, once again, really goes into understanding and knowing who your ideal client is and the limiting beliefs they have that are holding them back, so that you can address these when you get on a call with someone. So you understand how to coach around it. Because this brings me into the next point, which is objections and excuses are normal. It's normal to get these on a sales call. Very rarely do you have a sales call where you get no objections, no excuses, no one kind of hesitating to move forward. It does happen, but it's rare. So you need to be willing to coach through the excuses, coach through that resistance. Because if you're not, then you're going to miss out on a ton of clients that you could have otherwise. It's very rare that I do a call with someone, a consultation, and I get no objections and someone's just like, yes, sign me up, like that's just not the way it is because of how our brains work. Our brains resist change and they resist things that are unknown. And as coaches, often we are offering a service that is a team-based service. Like it's part of what we're doing as a coach and part of what the client is doing. So it's not necessarily a guaranteed result, right? The client has to follow through on their part as well. And so this brings up unknown and it brings up the idea of change, obviously, which the brain is resistant to. The brain always wants to keep doing what it's always been doing. And so it's totally normal to get that resistance, to get like, oh my gosh, should I do this? Is it the right thing for me to do? Am I really going to be able to get results? What you want to think about is the excuse that comes up for people that is the reason why they maybe don't want to move forward is often the same excuse that is causing the problem that they are coming to you for. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say that's the person you're talking to on the phone, the potential client wants to lose weight. And you go through and you have a consultation with them and then they're like, I really don't have the time to do this. Like I can't come up with the time. And that's the reason why they don't want to do your coaching program, right? So that excuse, that story that's in their head is the same reason they're having problems with their weight in the first place, because they're telling themselves, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time, when that's not necessarily the truth, right? And so if you don't address that objection that they have, you're just allowing them to continue to believe this limiting belief, this excuse that is keeping them stuck right where they are at. And so this is your opportunity to step up as a coach and actually show them what they are thinking, what they are believing, and how it is giving them the result that they have right now. Because if they keep doing what they've always been doing, which is believing they don't have time, they're going to keep getting the result that they have right now, which is being overweight, right? And this is your opportunity as a coach to step in and show them this, that you can make the time for it. Like none of us just have extra time laying around in our schedule. It's about prioritizing, right? And you can prioritize the losing weight as well. So you want to be able to coach someone around the things that come up. And the things that most often come up are the time, money, and really the fear of failure of them not being able to get the result. Like those are the main things that typically hold someone back. And a lot of this goes back to them either not truly believing in themselves that they can do it and that they can follow through and get the results, or not truly believing in you and what you're offering. So that goes on really working on your sales and how you're communicating what it is you do. And so that brings me to the last step, which is step 4, which is persistence. So persistence wins the game in entrepreneurship all the time, okay? You cannot be successful as an entrepreneur unless you are persistent. You cannot be successful unless you are willing to put out content when no one is liking it. You're willing to get on calls when people are saying no, and you're willing to learn from those things and keep trying to get better or improving and continuing to put it out there, okay? Tons of coaches just quit and give up and never go out there and start a business or be successful at their business because of this, because they hit these resistance things and they make it mean something about themselves. They make it mean that they can't be successful, they don't have what it takes. So this is where you can recognize this and not allow this to stop you. I have tons of clients that I have worked with. I've worked with well over probably 200 coaches, helping them set up and run successful businesses. And what I see is everyone has a different timeline, right? Some people hit the ground running and they get clients, paying clients coming in really quickly, and some people it takes a little longer, and that is okay. But the thing that happens is the people who are persistent, even if they're not getting the results right away, they end up getting the results. They end up going on and being able to make money and get those clients in their coaching business, okay? And then there's a lot of people who maybe don't get the results right away, and then they just end up quitting, right? Because they're like, I can't do it. So I want you to really think about the power of persistence, and that is the key to your success, okay? So I hope you found this video helpful, and I would love to hear from you in the comments. Are you afraid of getting no's in your coaching business? Are you afraid of people saying no to working with you? Let me know in the comments below. So if you found this video helpful, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you want more videos just like this, I talk all about how to build your coaching business. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell so that you get a notification each time I post a new video. And I also want to share with you a training that I think you're going to find super helpful. So it walks you through the steps that you need to have in your business to start making money as a coach, okay? Walks you through all of that step by step. So I will put the link right below this video. And also, if you want to know exactly what steps to take and you want someone to walk you through that process, I do offer a free consultation for people who are interested in working with me to start or grow their coaching business. So if that is something you're interested in, I will put a link to a free business breakthrough session with me below this video. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I will see you next week.